This is the sacrum of an adult individual. We're looking at it from the anterior view. So this is the front of the sacrum, and this is also called the pelvic surface. And this is because when the sacrum is in articulation with a left and a right innominate, it forms that sort of round inlet sort of in the centre of all the bones. So this is the surface that makes up sort of the inside of the pelvis, along with the ilia of the innominates. So this is the pelvic surface. Other features that we can see from this view are this point here, right at the top and in the centre. This is called the promontory. And then of course we have all these holes on either side running down. These are the sacral foramina. So each one is a foramen. And we can also make out these little ridges that run across the pelvic surface. These are the fusion scars, I suppose they can be called, where each of the separate individual sacral vertebrae fused together during development, because each of these starts off as its own separate element, and then they fuse from the bottom up to the top during development. So we get the sacrum eventually in the adult as one piece. If we turn it around so we can see from the superior view, so here's the surface, the superior surface of the first sacral vertebra, and then projecting out from either side of this we have these very large chunks of bone. These are called the ala wings. And also from this view we can see the sacral canal sort of descending down and inferiorly. So it's that sort of, that little tunnel down the back of the bone. If we turn to look from the posterior view, so features that stand out here, again we can see the sacral foramina, and we can see this sort of fused bridge of bone which covers the top of the sacral canal. So in ordinary vertebrae, this is where we'd have the laminae on either side, and in the sacrum it's the same. So these bits here, either side, are the left and the right lamina. And then right in the middle, we have all these ridges and bumps. And if you think of normal vertebrae, these would be the spinous processes. So in the sacrum we call these the spinous tubercles, because they don't quite sort of stand out too much anymore, because obviously we want things to be a little bit more contained down at the base of the spine. So they just form these little bumps instead. So it's the spinous tubercle. And this portion in general, made up of the tubercles and the laminae, is called the median sacral crest. Sometimes there is a little sort of gap down at the inferior edge, and this is called the sacral hiatus. And we can also see here we have these articular processes. So these are the superior articular processes of the first sacral vertebra, and these will articulate with the inferior processes of the fifth lumbar vertebra. And if we turn it to its side, so this is the lateral view of the sacrum now, so we can see that nice curved shape, and we can also see this joint surface here. This is the auricular surface of the sacrum, and this will articulate with the auricular surface of the ilium. So you have one on each side. So here it is on the right, and here on the left.